Hi everyone, Searing Frost here with another Python Basics video. Today we'll be talking about strings. Strings are one of the basic data types in Python. Strings are sequences of Unicode pointers as of Python 3. Strings can be accessed using iteration and indexes just like lists and tuples. But like tuples, strings are also immutable. A string's value cannot be changed once assigned. Unlike other languages, Python has no concept of characters or chars. In many languages, strings are just arrays of characters. In Python, a single element of a string is simply a string of length 1. Strings can be created using string literals or the built-in string function. String literals are surrounded with single quotes, double quotes, 3 single quotes, or 3 double quotes. All these strings are equivalent. The built-in str function takes any object and returns a string. It will cast any other type into a string for you using the object string method. Here we're creating int5 and then creating the string version of int5. And here we're creating a dictionary with a single key and value and turning it into a string. String elements are accessed exactly like lists. Here we create the string hello, we can access elements in it. But just like tuples, they are immutable, so you can't change their values once they're created. You can also access strings with slices using a start and end index. Check out my video on lists for more details on accessing sequences. The power of strings comes from their built-in methods. I'm going to touch on a few of the ones that I most commonly use. Check the documentation in the description for a full list. Concatenation is simply putting two strings together to create a new string. You just use the plus operator on this method, and it will create the hello world string. It's pretty self-explanatory. Another common method is the replace method. Here we've created the string Searing Frost, and then we're assigning the value of s.replace frost fire. And then it will replace any instance of frost in the string s with fire. The split method is also very useful. It splits a string based on a given delimiter, such as a comma, and returns a list of the substrings. Here we have a comma separated string, and we create a list from it using the split method. We can also use the join method to reverse this operation. Let's say we want to add the strings back together with a comma. We just create a comma as a string literal and call its join method, and we'll get back the original string. The last thing I want to talk about is string formatting. String formatting is a method to create strings out of other types. I'm going to be using the f-string formatting only, as it's the best one. To create an f-string, or format string, simply add a lowercase f before the first quotation. You can then use curly brackets to surround any Python expression you want evaluated as a string. This is known as interpolation. Here we create the string Searing Frost, and then we create the f-string, hello, my name is, curly brackets, sf. And when we output it, we see Searing Frost. Here we've created an expression string of simply 1 plus 1 equals brackets 1 plus 1. Python will evaluate this expression for us when we output it, and we get exactly what we want. F-strings are incredibly useful, especially when you're writing to log files. Thanks for watching this introduction to strings in Python. Strings are used constantly in Python. Python has tons of advanced features for manipulating strings and parsing text. We've only scratched the surface here, but I would always recommend Python first whenever you need to work programmatically on any text. Links to the code and my blog post on strings are in the description. I'll see everyone next time.